Ladies and gentlemen, the deaths up in New York are so off the charts. They are now opening makeshift morgues. The last time I saw this was the opioid plague, when it just got so out of control. They had to come up with these refrigerated trucks to store bodies and even other facilities in the area. So we're now seeing the same thing repeated over again for CV. This came out in Bloomberg, March 25th, 2020. Morgue space in New York City expanded with 45 cooler trucks. It's that bad. This is why you are seeing Cuomo, the governor, up there every single day. Andrew Cuomo is almost like a daily fixture now. We see him so much. New York City has brought 45 refrigerated trailers, each capable of holding as many as 44 bodies. In-case city morgues and hospitals become overwhelmed with the number of dead from CV. With the additional refrigerated tents, the city have the capacity to hold as many as 3,600 bodies, a city official said. Now, why are they doing this? Because last week, the morgues notified the state that another week of the amount of bodies they were getting, they would be completely at full capacity. That's why they did this. The city is expanding. The city is the expanding epicenter of CV outbreaks in the US, with almost 200 deaths and 18,000 cases. Officials stress that the measures are so far only precautionary. But the trailers and tents reflect both the feared scale of the epidemic in New York City and the precise length to which officials have been planning for the worst, down to the temperatures of the trucks. Workers have already erected a large tent and installed trailers by the Central Morgue in Lower Manhattan, according to A.J. Worthy Davis, a spokeswoman for the Office of Chief Medical Examiner. Now, the city's 5 morgues have a capacity of 800 to 900. We're putting them out near major hospitals as a precautionary measure to prepare for the worst case scenario, Worthy Davis said. We're very much hope we don't need them. So, trust me, they're going to need them. After what I was reading last week, they didn't make these morgues to deal with any type of pandemic situation. So all of the morgues in this country have a limited capacity of how many bodies they can store at once. None of them are a large facility. In case of a pandemic, similar to Spanish flu, they don't have anything like that in this country. Okay. Michael Lynette, executive director of the New York State Funeral Directors Association. These units are essential to ensure that decedents are treated humanely while they await transfer to a funeral home. It's a whole new temporary world that we are all trying to navigate, he said. The city is sending a mass fatality management plan to medical facilities, laying out the technical specifications for the trailers, known as body collection points. The trailers must be cooled to a temperature of 37 degrees. Documents for their purchase show the plans offer hospitals instructions on how to store and safeguard the belongings of the deceased, as well as a pickup checklist of requirements that must be met by funeral directors and next of kin before bodies will be released for burial. Funeral services have been limited in the state, with only immediate family members allowed to gather for private ceremonies. Some cemeteries say only family can attend burials, while others limit 10 people, and some say people must stay in their cars. So, in other words, you can drive into the cemetery and you can watch the burial just looking out from your car and not being around anybody and worry about the social distancing and anything like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, anytime you see the refrigerated trucks and tents go up, it's bad. It's bad. And right now, New York, Washington State, and California have the highest fatality. That is going to shift. It's going to shift. It's not going to always be that way. This is the way it is for now. And yesterday, Italy also had another record breaking day of deaths, and Spain has officially passed China in deaths. So it's bad. It's a lot worse than anything we are being told on television. I call it now television because that's all they do is go on there, lie and bitch. Television. It's not television, it's television. So they're not going to tell you this kind of stuff. We know it's bad. Anytime you see a governor come forward the way Andrew Cuomo has in the recent weeks, you know it's bad. He's been on there begging for medical equipment, ventilators, beds. He's asking hospitals to expand. They can only do the best that they can. You can best believe when you look at somebody like him, you can tell New York has been hit between the eyes with this one. And this is really a shame. All of this should have been done a month ago. America is still lagging behind, still not doing enough tests. Still, we don't know how many people are out here, but we certainly know it's got to be more than what we're being told. New York is a pretty sizable state. They may be reporting 18,000, and I saw on another one 20,000. They may be reporting those numbers, but in my honest opinion, it would have to be a lot more than what we're being told. And you also have to account for the people that feel sick, but they won't go to a hospital. They won't. They won't seek help because you know how it is. Even when people get a cold or flu, they're not going to always go out there and seek help. And you're going to have that same situation when it comes down to CV. There's going to be a lot of people sick, but they will not seek medical help. So, that being said, you will never know what the true numbers are. You just simply won't know. But this is deep that this was done. Trust me, this was not done as a precautionary measure. This is being done because a week ago I read the morgues cannot go through another week of deaths up in New York City. They will run out of space. And then all of a sudden this week, this story hits. Not a coincidence, not one at all. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.